All right, something new. So someone got this Catwoman helmet. I don't know what company makes it, so I can't credit them. And she thought that she could just spray some filler primer on it, and that would fix all this. So she asked me to fix it for her. And I said yes, because it's not a Sabine Wren or Mandalorian helmet, which I've done a million of. So it's already got a round of filler primer on her, but that's kind of irrelevant. So I'm just going to paint it with our paint, like so. And when it's dry or almost dry, I'll put a little second coat up here. So up on the stepping right, I'll just use the paint right out of the jar. But on the other parts, like I'm doing right now, a little bit of water in it, just to water it down a little bit. So I'll water it down so I can spread it out nice and thin. The better I spread it out, right, the less I have to sand. Even though the sanding is pretty easy anyway. And when it's almost dry, like I said, I'll straight from the jar, I'll cover these rings a little bit more. So after I sand it, we'll take a peek at it. Let's take a look at her ears and stuff right now. Pretty choppy and bad rings. Almost looks like she did try to put some filler on it or something. Anyway, we'll paint it and sand it, and we'll check it out. All right, so I've sanded Catwoman. Looks like her nose got broken too, but it's not my helmet. I think I'm going to have to do this top one more time, just by the feel of it. It's pretty smooth, but I got a feeling the primer or something will show up. Everything else, though, I think is going to be done. I don't think I'm going to have to do it again. Everything else is feeling pretty smooth. Which begs the question, if she just put primer on this, filler primer, maybe the next helmet or project I do, I will filler primer it first and give it a good 2 or 3 coats. If that can save me a round of sanding, it's more expensive, obviously, more filler primer, but to save a round of sanding. So I think Enoch is going to be my next project. So maybe I'll give him a few coats of filler primer first and see if that makes any difference. So she's going to go for some paint, and then we'll take a look at it. Okay, Catwoman is back. So she's had a round. So I am going to have to do the top one more time. And spin this around the ears also. A little bit of a ring kind of around the ears, so I'll put some more paint on there and smooth it out, and that should be it. I think it's pretty good on the bottom and the side. Nice and smooth edges. So just the top and the ears, and that will fix whatever had happened to this cat. So I'm going to paint it, sand it, and then we'll just take a look at it. All right, so I have my Catwoman helmet here that I was fixing for someone, and she said it's good as it is. Doesn't want me to put any more work into it. So it is pretty smooth. The ears are nice and smooth. Got rid of most of that crazy stuff on the top. I can see a little wrinkle that I probably would have liked. Well, that might not be a wrinkle. That might just be the different color. Where it dried, it wasn't as thick, the primer. But anyway, she asked me if I'd paint it, and I said, you don't want me painting it? She said, yes, I do. And I said, no, you don't. I got about a 50-50 track record, and she said her track record's worse. So she's given me the paints, and I'm going to paint this and paint the goggles and see how the final product looks. So I hate to do it, but anyway, we saved this Catwoman helmet. And that's the purpose of the video, to show that no matter how badly things get, you know, you can always just paint and sand and fix things up. I would have loved to have done another round, but she's happy with this. She's happy with this, because I think this could be nice and smoother. I could wet sand it just to get it a little bit smoother, but I think I'm just going to do what she wants and paint it. So we'll take a look at it after it's done painting. I'm not sure about the color she chose, but it might look pretty good. Okay, so I'm here with Catwoman helmet. And I've had so many projects to do because of Halloween coming up. I can't even remember the last video I made for this. So this is her finished and painted. So I assume in the last video I said I was going to paint it. So the ears are all nice and smooth, everything's smooth. She'll dry brush some black on the netting, so that'll look really nice. Not sure about the color, but I think the purple's okay. And then of course you glue the goggles on the top, right? And then you attach the strap. The lenses, she gave them to me in the paint to do, but it came out really bad. I'm thinking, well, I am going to sand them down and do them again. And I'm not sure I like that color either. Maybe the same purple would look kind of, no, that would look, well, it would look like you're looking through it. I don't know, yellow maybe. Anyway, I think she used rub and buff on this, and that's what was underneath. So she asked me just to paint them, so I did, but I think I'm going to sand them to fix them. So there you have it, that project done. The next one I think I wanted to do is the Marok or Merrick, I'm not sure how you say it. I think it's Marok helmet from Star Wars. You can see it in the background, but I think someone's coming to buy it. I might not even get to make a video on that. So there you go. So all nice and smooth, easy to do, no nasty chemicals, simple. Spray primer and filler paint. Just paint, sand, spray, paint, sand, spray. Done.